Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today we are tackling a common technical misconception regarding the co-op masterpiece, A Way Out. We at Teknobalta analyzed this case to determine if both players need to purchase the game to enjoy the full experience. The short answer is a definitive no, but the technical implementation requires specific steps through the EA app ecosystem. Many users get confused because the STEAM storefront does not explicitly list the friend pass in its current interface. However, because the game mandates an EA account, the friend pass functionality is handled on the backend of the EA servers. Let us break down the root cause analysis of this confusion. The primary issue is the transition from the old Origin client to the new EA app, which changed how trial versions are displayed. When you buy the game on STEAM, it acts as a license holder, but the game execution is managed by the EA overlay. This means the second player does not need a license. They only need the client-side files and an invitation. Now, let us move to the preparation and pre-checks phase. Both players must have a registered EA account. This is non-negotiable for multiplayer connectivity. Ensure that your EA app is updated to the latest version to avoid synchronization errors during the invite process. Player 1, the owner, should have the full game installed. Player 2, the guest, needs to locate the A Way Out friend pass in the EA App Store. If you cannot find it by searching, look under the free trials or demos section of the game page. We at Teknobalta recommend that both players add each other as friends directly within the EA app interface first. This simplifies the invitation handshake when the game is launched. Now, let us proceed to the main solution path. Player 1 should launch the game. Navigate to the Play Online menu option. From here, you will see an option to invite a friend. Select your friend from the list. Player 2 must have the friend pass version open or the EA app running in the background. Once the invitation is accepted, the EA app validates the license of Player 1 and grants temporary access to Player 2. This is a peer-to-peer connection facilitated by EA servers. Technical reasoning. The friend pass is essentially the full game client with a locked menu that only unlocks upon receiving a valid host token. What if the friend pass is not working? Let us look at alternative methods. STEAM Remote Play Together is a viable alternative if you are both on STEAM. In this scenario, Player 1 streams their screen to Player 2. Player 2's controller inputs are sent back to Player 1's PC. However, we at Teknobalta advise against this unless your internet connection is exceptional. Remote Play Together introduces input latency and video compression artifacts. The friend pass is superior because it renders the game locally on both machines. Now, let us move to advanced optimization for a seamless experience. Check your NAT type in your router settings. An open NAT is ideal for a way out. If you have a strict NAT, you may experience frequent disconnects or fail to join the lobby. We at Teknobalta suggest enabling UPnP on your router to allow the EA app to negotiate ports automatically. Additionally, ensure that your firewall is not blocking the EA background service or the game executable. For the best visual sync, both players should try to match their frame rate caps if possible. This prevents desync issues during the split-screen transitions which occur frequently in this title. If you encounter a black screen on the friend pass version, try running the EA app as an administrator. This often resolves permission issues related to the overlay, which handles the invitation. Let's summarize the technical workflow we at Teknobalta have established. One purchase is sufficient. The friend pass is the key. EA app is the platform. Do not let the lack of a STEAM friend pass button discourage you. It is all handled via the EA integration. This system was designed by Hazelight Studios to ensure the game remains an accessible co-op experience. We at Teknobalta have verified that this method works across both STEAM and EA app versions. If you follow these steps, you will be escaping prison with your friend in no time. Technical troubleshooting is about understanding the underlying architecture, not just the storefront buttons. That concludes our deep dive into the A-Way Out connectivity protocol. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more expert technical solutions and hardware insights. Stay technical, stay optimized. See you in the next one. Next.